Okay, welcome back to our channel. Today we are reading The Elves and the Shoemaker.
Adapted by Mara Alperin and illustrated by Erica Jane Waters.
Yeah, she memorized it. Here we go. Give them a close-up of your face. Tell them why your face is painted.
We had an Easter carnival.
Yeah, she got her face painted. So she's a little lizard today. Okay, you ready to read it?
Lizard.
Are you going to help me read this, Queen Lizard?
Little, I am big.
Okay.
I am the queen.
Queen Lizard. You ready for the Elves and the Shoemaker? Ooh, this book is so cute. And the illustrations are so fun. We have a subscription to Rally Felt Co. And this is what the box looks like. And inside the box, you get a book every month and cute felt pieces that go with the story. I have a discount code. You can use code Riley10 for 10% off their entire site. That's pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
In an old and shabby shoe store, there lived a shoemaker, Stan, and his wife, Jan. Even though they were poor, they were very happy because they loved making shoes. Shoes for walking, shoes for jumping, shoes for skipping, and best of all, shoes for dancing. Every day, Stan and Jan worked hard making shoes for their little store. And every evening, they slipped on their favorite dancing shoes and waltzed the night away.
See, they're holding his
The villagers loved to come watch them dance. And before long, people young and old twirled and whirled along with them. All summer long, the shoemakers danced, sharing their joy with everyone around them. But soon the bitter winter came. What will we do? Worried Stan. Soon we will have no money left and no firewood. As the weeks passed, fewer and fewer customers came by to buy shoes. The shop grew quieter and quieter. That night, Stan and Jan huddled by the tiny fire. Can you find the fireplace?
Oh, yeah.
It's so cute. Look at that gold foil. Their fingers too cold to sew and their feet too frozen to dance. Let's go to bed, Jan chattered. Maybe we'll think of something in the morning.
So they don't have heat or air conditioning?
They don't have heat right now, and it was cold in the wintertime, and they didn't have any more money because people stopped coming to their store. So they didn't have very much wood anymore.
And they were poor even before.
Yeah. But in the morning, they woke up to find the most magnificent pair of shoes. Look at those. Wait, let me show them again. Let me show them the details of this. Holy moly, beautiful, sparkly shoes. Leaping laces. Who made these? Marveled Stan. Before they could think of an answer, the door opened and in marched their first customer in weeks. Oh, good day, cried the customer. My name is Mr. Morris, and I spied these splendid shoes in the window, and I simply must have them. The shoes fit perfectly. So Mr. Morris paid Stan a handful of gold coins and skipped merrily away in his new shoes. Delighted, Stan went to the market to buy some food and firewood.
Oh, I love these shoes.
That night, the shoemaker and his wife danced the night away with joy again. The next morning, they found 3 new pairs of shoes, even more magnificent than the last pair. Stan and Jan did not believe their eyes. But just then, greetings, shoemakers! I am Mr. Mac, and I have heard tales of the marvelous shoes. Why, they're even more fabulous than I imagined, he bellowed. I will buy them all. 1 pair for me and the other pair for my horse, Toby. His horse even wore the shoes. So Mr. Mac filled the shoemaker's pockets with gold coins, and he galloped off.
Because he's a rich man, too.
From then on, there were shiny new shoes every morning. Soon the store was warm and filled with customers every day. One day, Jan said, "We still don't know who is helping us. I wish we could thank them." Then Stan had a wonderful idea. Why don't we stay up late and find out? So what are they going to do?
Stay up late and find out.
They're going to stay up late and see if they can catch whoever's making those beautiful shoes.
Who is?
So that night, Jan and Stan hid behind the curtains. They waited and waited and waited until, as the clock struck midnight, 3 tiny little elves, 1, 2, 3 tiny little elves, slipped in through the keyhole and tiptoed across the room. The elves got to work with a stitch, 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 and a rat-a-tap, tap, tap. As they worked, they sang, "We love jumping, leaping, prancing. We were sad when you stopped dancing. So in the creep while you were dreaming, making new shoes bright and gleaming." All night the elves sewed until the sun began to rise. Then quickly, quietly, they slipped back through the keyhole.
So they're gone.
Stan and Jan were so surprised of what they had seen. "What delightful little elves," Stan whispered. "We must repay their kindness. Let's make them their own little dancing shoes," said Jan, "and some dancing clothes too." So the next morning, that's just what they did. Jan knitted a tiny sweater using tiny needles, then sewed an apple seed for decoration. Stan crafted tiny shoes from dandelion leaves, then laced them up with daisy stems, and together they made little pointy hats, finished with the tiniest pom-poms. How many hats were there? 1, 2, 3. They made 3 tiny hats. At midnight, Stan left the tiny package on the workbench just before the 3 little elves crept inside. The note said, "For our very special helpers, may you dance the night away with love, Jan and Stan, XOXO." Do you know what XOXO means?
Hug and kiss.
Hugs and kisses. When the elves saw their new clothes, they were overjoyed. They giggled and wiggled and danced all night in the moonlight. Oh, look at that cute hat. But as the stars faded, the 3 tiny elves tiptoed away and vanished into the night. That was the last time the shoemakers ever saw the elves. But their kindness was never forgotten. And Stan and Jan danced every night with their friends, just in case the elves ever returned.
Yep.
Maybe one day they will. Do you think the elves will come back?
Yes.
You think so?
Like,
I think they maybe will. So we have an activity for you today, and today it's a little bit different. Today you can design your own shoes, just like the elves.
I decided to do like hot and cold because I just got the idea because they were like fire shoes in the Elves and the Shoemaker. One shoe cold and one shoe hot. Then that would be kind of cool. So I am going to draw the shoes since I finished the designs. We're using plain white shoes and you have to use fabric markers.
Stars shining bright above me. Night breezes seem to whisper sycamore tree. Dream a little dreamer. Night breezes seem to whisper that you. Dream a little dream of me. Now, darling, but I love you. Still craving your kiss. Just dream a little dream of.
If you want to design your own shoes, we have all the resources linked on the blog at purposefultoys.com.
said it's like Nevada, Utah.
Yeah, it's like, because we have family in Utah, and right now they still have snow in April. And so this is like our Utah
Probably gonna
shoe
have in the
and our
summer
Nevada
break.
shoe. Now go to the side.
Oh yeah, circle it up. Oh yeah, work it. Nice.